Do you know what time it is?
What night? It is Tuesday night. It's a rare Tuesday night live stream. Usually we live stream on the weekends, as you guys know, but this weekend I spent time with the family, and then next weekend I'm actually going on vacation to Corpus, which we'll talk a little bit about. But we wanted to. We have a big thing. We have a giveaway tonight. So a lot of you guys know that we had the NostalgiaCon Houston VIP ticket, or if you couldn't make it, free autographs giveaway that we are doing tonight. So that's the big one. I mean, that's like, man, those VIP tickets are $300 a piece. So someone has a chance to win two of those, and there's a $600, or get two autographs if you can't go. And some of those autographs, as you guys know, are pretty pricey, and we just take care of it. We send you the autographs. So that's the big thing that's happening tonight. And then, I was in a good mood today. We're gonna do a giveaway tonight, like just a random giveaway. So if you're here in the stream tonight, later on tonight, we will be doing a giveaway. The only way you can win is if you're here. And that's my way of saying thank you to you guys. We haven't done it in a bit, so I kind of got a good one here for you guys to do a giveaway. And but to you guys, we'll do United States only, though, because Australia is expensive, Tanya. I'm just going to say that right now. We'll say hi to those in the chat real quick. But we got a guest tonight, so we need to get to him quickly. We got Josh in the chat. What's up, man? We got Maddie saying evening. We got Daniel, Texas. What's up, man? How you doing? We got Nathan E saying, hey, everyone. We got Tripping Over Toys saying, yo, good evening, everyone. Classics by Candace. Hey, how are you guys? Melissa Patterson. Hello. Hamad Hammer. Wanda, of course. Thank you for being here. Sentai Ranger Donnie. Final Trek Con Raid. Hello, Daniel. Hope everyone is well on this Tuesday before the Paris Olympic Summer Games. Yes. We got AZ in the house saying hello. My lady Cat, our West Coast correspondent, is here saying hello. We got Nick Tillett, DTV83. What's up, man? How you been? I haven't seen you in a bit. And we got Birdie. Welcome, everyone. So we got a big guest tonight. He's actually been a friend for a long time, and I'm thinking about it now, and I don't think he's ever been on the channel. But I've been friends with this guy for a couple of years now. So everyone, welcome. Everyone put emojis in the chat. Just pick an emoji, just not the poop one. And welcome Joe Garcia from the Alamo City Sportscast. What's going on, man? How are you doing?
Oh, thanks for having me on. I really do appreciate it, Daniel. We've known each other for quite some time, so I'm glad to finally be able to come out and be a guest on your Legacy of Nerd live stream, should I say.
I was trying to think, have you been on this stream before? Have you been on my show?
No, I don't think I've ever been on the show. I've watched it.
I've been on, we've done shows, just not on this channel before. Yeah. So a lot of you guys know, like, I was previously part of the Countdown City Geek team. Joe was part of that as well, but he's more focused on his own project right now with the Alamo City Sportscast Network. They're doing great things during the Spurs season. That is one of their main topics, but they cover other things. Like, I was listening to them today, and they're talking about NFL contracts coming up. People like CeeDee Lamb, Cowboys. He's holding out, of course. But they also talk about entertainment news, obviously. Deadpool, Wolverine coming out, which we're going to talk about tonight a little bit. And then I know you guys are also just talking, like, just, shooting the shit, just like talking things that going on in San Antonio, good restaurants y'all been to, restaurants you want to go to, just things that are going on here around the San Antonio area, which I can relate to because I obviously live here.
Yeah, we talk about the pulse of the city,
Oh, that's a good way to put it. I like that. So one thing that you guys may not know is that Joe inadvertently is one of the reasons I'm on YouTube. So I was a big fan of, like, the Countdown City Geeks, them being a viewer and stuff like that. I thought I was somebody that could have, like, an opinion, like, and talk things out like they did. So a lot of you guys don't know, but, like, Joe is one of the reasons that I'm on YouTube because, I would watch his show and I wanted to be a part of it. And I just decided to do my own thing. So, thank you for that. I still remember that. Oh my God, Rob Spider-Man argument that they had with Eliud. And that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard. So everyone just saying good evening to each other. We got Astronaut Ranger saying, hey, everyone. He's a new dad. I know he's super tired. So I appreciate you being here, man. We got Sean Metal. How you doing, man? Everyone's just saying hi to each other. We got Robert Morton. He is one of the most biggest Power Ranger fans, but he has one of the most expensive collections I've ever seen because he has everything
Man.
autographed, and he has like he doesn't have like the $20 toys you see at Target. He has the $300 toys that you have to
$20
special
toys.
order. Like this is all $20 like stuff
Man.
at Walmart. He has the like you have to special order this, and it's a limited quantity collection.
Yeah.
And
He has an eclectic taste. Let's put it like that.
it's very, very like he like has an arcade in his room, just like that he
Oh,
restored
nice.
and everything just for fun. So, Joe, I know you're not too. Oh my God, it did not come up. Oh yeah, it did come up. Hold on, got to update my Facebook stream. But I know you're not too big on Power Rangers, but I kind of picked some topics that are going on right now,
Sure.
but that things that you can kind of like they're more visual, if anything. So let me pull that up because we have a lot to talk. We actually have about 3 Power Ranger things to talk about this week. Usually, I'm kind of like talking about an old thing, and but some things happened this last week, and some things are going to be happening at San Diego Comic-Con.
Nice.
So going to our first topic here, one of the first things that happened last week was that 3-0 announced that they are going to be making the Matt Cook Green Ranger figure, and they're calling this the Chaos Energy figure. So as you guys see, it kind of looks like it's blacklight. I don't know what you call it, not resistant, but blacklight active. Like you put a blacklight on, and it makes it glow pretty good.
Nice.
If you're not familiar with Matt Cook, and a lot of people aren't familiar with Matt Cook, he is the current Green Ranger in the comics. So he's the second Green Ranger. They restored the powers of the Green Ranger, and they actually it was like a corporation that made the Green Ranger powers, and they selected him to be their Ranger. He gets like turned evil like a lot. So, but this figure is really, really cool. If you guys don't notice, it's really, really based off responsive. Thank you, Kyle Costello. Thank you. It's based off of the Bat in the Sun Green Ranger suit that they did. You know, JDF did the Green Ranger versus Scorpion, or Green Ranger versus Ryu. It was Ryu. Those beatdowns, power beatdowns. So this is one of the JDF suits that he kind of helped inspire making too, but they turned it into a comic book version as well. So this one's pretty cool. This is going to be limited to 500 pieces. That's a really good picture of that. I think that looks really good. And this will be, I think this is pre-order to today's the 23rd to 25th. So it'll be on the 25th, and I think you can only pre-order it on Diamond Select. Price, everyone's asking me price. The price has not been revealed. All 3-0 figures start at 100, and they go up to about 130. I'm expecting this one to be 150 because it's going to be a limited edition one. It's a limited 500 piece. What are your thoughts on just the look of the figure, and if you have any familiarities with 3-0? I'm not sure if you do. What do you think about it, Joe?
Oh, I don't know 3-0 because like I'm not all that into the Power Ranger thing, but I do like the way that the figure looks, and I think they did a really good job. I mean, it looks great, man. From what I can see, I mean, I like to see the detail, especially you're gonna be paying a lot. That's what y'all are going for, the detail on the actual figure itself. So please don't open it or have it damaged, have the box damaged in shipping. How disappointing is that when you receive it, right? You have all this anticipation, and then the box is all smashed.
So I've ordered 2 3-0 figures before, and I ordered them through Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah. And so they take really good care of their shipping stuff. Like this thing came in like wrapped in, those bubble, not bubble wrap, but like the big bubble.
The big one, yeah.
Bubble. It was wrapped completely in that. And then it was in a box with like a crap load of paper. Like that thing did not move in shipping at all. Like that, if it would have came from like Africa, it would have been fine. I'm just telling you, like. But this one I've never ordered from Diamond Select, but I'm sure they have a lot of really expensive stuff on theirs. So I'm sure they're just as good as packing and shipping their stuff.
I gotta say, Daniel, I really do like the dragon flute. The
dragon dagger.
Yeah, that looks tough, man. Especially in that black and gold.
Yeah,
amazing, dude. I would like to have like a replica, something like that.
This one's pretty cool. This one's an upgrade from the original Green Ranger that we saw in the show, because this is like the upgrade version of the Green Ranger, but they never made one of this, and people would buy it even if they didn't know who Matt Cook was. They'd be like, that's pretty sweet. I'm getting
I wonder if I can make one on my 3D printer. I got 2 of them behind me.
Dude, that'd be sweet. It's funny because you say that. I really haven't seen anyone 3D print one. I'm sure they have, but I've never seen anyone show them off like in a post or like send me a picture, because a lot of people send me pictures of cool things to post, but that's one thing that I haven't seen. That would be pretty sweet. I love the idea of like the shield, and I know this is blacklight responsive, so it doesn't come out in the regular, like in this photo, right? You can't see it here, but like if someone cosplays this shield with like the white trim, that looks sweet.
It's gonna
That
light
looks
up.
really sweet. Yeah, they would look really good. But this figure, I don't know. So its pre-order is July 25th. I do not know when it is actually going to come out if you're able to get one. Robert Moore says, I have a lot of 3-0s. Quality is pretty good. The only thing I wish they came with was a stand, but I was able to get custom stands off of Etsy. But these ones are bigger, Joe. So you can also get like a doll stand would probably be okay for it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be cool though if they did make a stand for them, especially
I
like if
agree.
it was acrylic, and you could just encase the figurine in it. That way
Yeah.
it's a little bit more protected and it looks cool when
Yeah.
you have that acrylic surrounding the figure.
That's a really good idea. That's
Yeah.
really good. But with me, that's a space problem. That's the only thing. So Nathan says when price comes down, it's just gonna be sold out day one, maybe day two. It might
Oh,
get to day two.
the
You will not
bots are
see
gonna
price.
buy them.
Maybe bots don't like the $130 things. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So they like the $20 to $50 range. You know what I mean?
The Walmart ones. The Walmart.
Exactly. Yeah. So cannot wait. Sean does a really good cosplay of this specific Green Ranger also. That's why I want to know when I get one of those, when will it come out? I'm so I haven't heard because all they said you could pre-order was July 25th, and that's it. So moving on to new Power Ranger news, more Power Ranger news. So as we broke the news here last week, these Power Morphers, the Lightning Collection Power Morphers that were previously Walmart exclusive, and that was like during 2020 during pandemic. So it's 4 years ago, maybe 2021. They are now being found at GameStop. So each GameStop seems to be getting 1 or 2 at max 3. So if you want to get one now, you can pick one up there. We broke the news on this a couple of months ago again, but if you guys don't remember, you guys were able to pre-order this on Entertainment Earth. It was a little bit more expensive. I think it was $69. It's $65 at GameStop. These originally retailed for $49. So obviously, it's gone a lot up in price. But I really, really think there's going to be another. So what happened was onto Entertainment Earth was they put it up. They didn't announce it was up. People just happened to notice it. And when a bunch of people went to go pre-order it, and then the next day the listing was gone. But people that got the pre-orders still had, like, mine's still active. Like it says, like it's still coming in around August time or September time. I can't remember. But what the rumors are around that was that it was supposed to be relaunched in August and not like, was it April? Maybe March or April. So I think it's going to come up for order again in August here and Entertainment Earth. So just make sure you're following here on YouTube. More important, follow on Instagram and Facebook because that's where I can post quickly. YouTube takes me a little bit longer to get to if I have to make a video. Sometimes I do community posts, but those don't come up very well in the feed. So make sure you're following me on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Facebook because I'm getting this information out as it's happening usually. Like this, I had this. We got this from the Zero to Hero podcast. He had it. I posted it within 10 minutes. So, and people were getting their Power Morphers like within an hour once I posted it. So there's still some GameStops that have them. I would call. They're pretty. You cannot order them. You cannot order them online, but just call the GameStop that's closest to you and see if they have one before you go out because not all of them have them anymore. My local GameStop had 3 come in today, and a manager was nice enough to hold one back for me. That's awesome. That's what I want to know when I can get one of the. Oh, okay, you were talking about that before. Reach out to me on Facebook, Jedi Morton. Nice. I may check my GameStop tomorrow. So, Joe, these came out, like I said, a couple of years ago. If we don't know, the Lightning Collection has been canceled. There's no more Power Ranger toys that are going to be found in Walmart or in Target for the time being. Playmates actually got the license to make Power Ranger toys in 2025, starting in 2025. So this to come up, this is one of those items that was for $50 and it was going for maybe $250 on eBay because they weren't around anymore and people wanted Morphers. So yeah, a lot of people are happy that this is back. Did you ever? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about ages or anything like this. But did you ever play with those Morphers when you were a kid or anything like that?
They didn't actually really have a lot of that stuff when the Power Rangers came on when I was growing up. I
Yeah.
was kind of like I was in my teens already when Power Rangers first got started. So it was something we used to watch right after the other cartoons we came home to watch.
Yep.
So it was like Tiny Toons and stuff like that. And then they would
Yeah, I
have
remember
they had
Tiny
the Power
Toons.
Rangers coming out after that. And man, they didn't really have a lot of stuff like the toys or the toy brand. wasn't really marketable back then. They were just barely getting the Power Rangers out to the masses. We were
Yeah.
introduced to this, and it was something new. I had appreciated when I was young. Me and my friends still talk about the OG Power Rangers. Talking about the Red Ranger, the original Red Ranger, Yellow Ranger, Blue Ranger, and the Green Ranger, of course. But everybody always talks about the Pink Ranger because that was everybody's first crush.
Right. Yep. 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 And it's funny because here on the channel we got to talk to her current boyfriend.
Oh,
I and so one of the questions was like, how does it feel like, to be with everyone's crush? And he was just like, well, because he was older too when Power
yeah.
Rangers came out. He was like, well, don't tell her, but my crush was actually Kelly Kapowski. So
Oh, big by the bell.
I think Playmates will do a good job. I've seen a ton of their Ninja Turtle figures at Walmart's on shelves, and they don't look too bad. Yeah, I think they look great too. They just don't have a collectible line. That's the only thing. But that's not to say like they wouldn't do one. We just haven't seen them really like do one consistently. Like they've done like a couple of things here and there.
Yeah, I've seen like the Masters of the Universe, the He-Man figures and stuff that they have now at the Walmart. And I gotta say, man, they surprised me because they're not very expensive, but the quality looks pretty good.
I mean that's Mattel. Mattel doesn't have, and that's Mattel's main thing right now is Masters of the Universe. But a lot of the figures right now are interesting because they're like in during the pandemic, just quality went really, really down, like on everything, like for every toy line. And I think lately there's been like a real. I feel what happened was like in 2023, a lot of the consumers were like, we're not buying this stuff anymore. And there was an issue with quality. The prices were going up because of inflation. And a lot of this stuff ended up at Ross and clearance stores and stuff like that. So I feel like the last like 6 months, there's been a more influx in like focus on quality. Now I haven't really been collecting because I only collect Power Rangers stuff. So I have to choose my poison. Otherwise, like I'm gonna drown and it's not good. So but one of the things, the only reason I can get the 3-0 figures, which are really high quality, right? Is because I'm not spending all the money right now on Power Rangers because
$20 figurines.
They're not making any of them right now. So I get to save. It's almost like I'm saving money to get the nicer things now. So most of the new Turtle stuff isn't moving off the shelves near me other than retro Turtle figures. And that's true. But the thing with that's like oversaturation. That's a whole different issue. So
I've even seen the retro Turtle of action figures that they have, and they look really nice at like Best Buy, for example. And they're not cheap; those are expensive, but the quality is a lot better.
They're just like super, super overstocked. They really did those numbers wrong. What's up, guys? Kind of new to the page, but I'm a huge Ranger nerd, so I feel at home here. Well, welcome, man. I appreciate you being here. We got Joshua, what's up, man? And Isaiah Rodriguez, what's going on? Next topic, real quick. So a lot of you guys know that we also broke the news here that the Boom Studios confirmed that they are ending their current Power Rangers comic book universe. As most right things right now with Power Ranger is, most things are ending. We got a news too, and we didn't break this here, but we talked about it. I think Deoxy 360 is more the one that broke it. But Ranger Academy is ending too, because a lot of people were like thinking, oh, well, at least we got Ranger Academy. Nope, that book is ending too. I've tried to read this one. I just can't get into it. It's just not my thing. But they announced 2 one-shots. So they announced Power Rangers Infinity, and they announced a Power Rangers and Usagi Jimbo. They're one-shots though. So they're both coming out like in September and August. I think I wrongly reported this was coming out next week. Pre-order ends next week. So I'm clearing that up now just in case I said that incorrectly before. So it's kind of weird. We don't know if Power Rangers and Boom Studios are separating. Because then right after this last week, they announced that they're doing another one shot that is coming out in, I think this one's October or December. And this one is actually going to be an anthology book. It's going to have several short stories in it, and it's going to be written by the Power Rangers themselves. So there's going to be a short story by Walter Jones, the original Black Ranger. There's going to be a short story by Tanya, the Yellow Zeo Ranger, Nakia Baris. Steve Cardenas, the second Red Ranger, is writing one. And then, oh my God, I can't remember her name. She was in Hyperforce. but she's writing one as well. So there's several one shots. Again, these are one shots, but we all know they have a big panel coming up at San Diego Comic-Con on Thursday, where we're gonna find out what the heck is going on, because it seemed like they lost the license to Power Rangers. We started hearing rumors that Power Rangers was going to move to Skybound over there. I think that's an Image imprint, or I think that's correct, but I'm not sure. You can correct me in the comments, and please feel free to.
Hey, I gotta say that artwork looks dope, though, man. I like it.
And that's the thing with the Boom Studios comic books; like they've always been really, really good with the artwork. This story is a little weird, or this cover, because this is going to be a new Ranger team that they're introducing.
It looks like Steven Universe, man.
Well, we have a Grandma Blue Ranger there, and this is a real team of Power Rangers. So I think I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm not sure where it's going here. We all been kind of wondering if they were going to make a sequel to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers: The Return, which is the book that Amy Jo Johnson wrote, and the end of that series really ended on a cliffhanger. So we thought we were going to get a sequel series. So we'll find out about that as well.
Have they ever done anything with the Power Rangers, like a crossover with different universes and stuff like that? I thought I saw something like that.
Yeah, in the comic books, they've done Power Rangers and Justice League crossover. That was the first one. And then they did 2 crossovers with Ninja Turtles. And they actually made figures out of that. There's some right there. You can kind of see them, the boxes. And then they did 2 crossovers with Godzilla. So they've been doing some crossovers in the comic books. The one that did really, really well is the Ninja Turtle one, because they came with the Ninja Turtles got to have their own Ranger suits, and they had their own Megazord, and it was really, really cool looking. They did a really good job on that.
But what about the other, like, Power Ranger universe? Like with the other
like in the show,
like a multiverse, almost like the Spider-Man. The multiverse.
Yeah. So the funny thing about Power Rangers is that the Power Rangers was the first real brand to have a multiverse. Our multiverse started in 2000, and RPM was the first multiverse story. What's 2010? I think 2010. So Power Rangers has always had a multiverse before, like, multiverses were a popular thing, and on TV too. And so they've been doing that for quite a while. It's been mostly on the comics now. They've done some crossover multiverse on the shows, like maybe an episode or two, like bring in somebody that's from another another universe into the team and stuff like that. But they haven't really done it too much on live action. They've done it here and there. It's been more focused in the book for sure, which is cool. And so a lot of people want something from the book to turn into a show, but now with the uncertainty of what Boom Studios is doing, we don't know what's happening with that. So yeah. So sorry, missed a couple of these. It's also been interesting seeing what happens now that Penguin Studios acquired Boom. So that's another thing. Boom Studios got bought by Penguin Random House, which is a big publishing company. So that's a thing too. That's an issue. Any idea on where the anthology book is going to be sold? I'm assuming it's going to be sold at comic book stores. That's what I'm hearing. She's talking about Thursday's Legend of the White Dragon panel. We'll talk about that in just a second. I have a lot of variant covers from Boom. They do awesome covers. They do awesome covers. I just had Jennifer Frank sign one of the past weekend for the Return series that Amy Jo did. That's awesome, man. Is it going to be sold? Yeah, I think so. Saying hi to Isaiah. It'd be incredible to be able to get the whole collection from Boom Studios and Amy Jo Johnson series. They have them on Amazon, like the collected trades, and they're kind of on sale right now. So check it out on Amazon. Power Rangers in Space. They did a live action crossover with Masked Rider. Power Rangers did one with Masked Rider before, which was like a Common Rider thing. Yeah. And then before that, they did one after that, they did one. They actually did a Ninja Turtle. Do you remember that show, Ninja Turtles Next Generation, with the girl turtle, Venus?
I remember that.
They did a crossover with that. We talked to the Red Ranger from that team, and we were like, "What did you think about that?" He was like, "Those turtles were horrifying." He was like, "I had nightmares about being on set with those." So,
you know what I was remembering now that you were talking about Power Rangers? I remember my oldest son. Right, he just graduated high school this year. When he was a kid, man, one of the things he used to like to watch was Power Rangers, and I remember vividly watching the reruns of Power Rangers Dino Thunder with him, because he was like dinosaurs. He loved it, dude.
Dino Thunder was like a super popular season, but then again, most of the dinosaur seasons do really, really well. It's been a pretty consistent things with Power Rangers. There's only been 4. There's been 4 Power Rangers dinosaur seasons, but Dino Thunder is one where the Tommy came back as AKB and the Black Ranger, and that was a big deal also. Gonna trump you on that, Daniel. They did a multiverse for the Masked Rider back in the 90s. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Wanda sent a super sticker. Appreciate you. Thank you
Nice.
very much. What did I miss? Not. We just covered some news that we're going over. That I've been going over like on Facebook and stuff like that. Nina, that was Venus. It was Venus. Those turtles were horrifying but hilarious. And Dino Thunder.
Dino Thunder, yeah, man. You know what I was thinking about too, because I think I just saw this on X the other day. They're doing a crossover now. I think it's Turtles and Naruto or something like
Yeah.
that. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, man, that's pretty cool, man. I want to see
Yeah.
that.
I posted that on Facebook when I was surprised it got like 10,000 likes when I posted the
Yeah.
news about it. And I was like, okay, like
Big
and
news,
people
dude.
were people were wondering if it was true or not because I think I posted it a day before the official announcement.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wow, this is from the artist. He just announced it." But there was no. I was like, "Oh man, there's no official like thing." So I was like,
Yeah.
"I can't like prove it." And so, and luckily it came out next day. The official press release came out, so people were like, "Oh, okay, yeah, it's real." Hey guys, I bought the Unlimited Power Ranger TP. Very, very cool. Venus, yes. So Legend of the White Dragon. So Aaron from Bat in the Sun, he messaged. He actually we had a phone call with him a couple of weeks ago, and he told me that whoever was going to be at San Diego Comic Con was going to get to see a very specific scene from Legend of the White Dragon. Well, I can tell you, I don't know. He may have changed his mind on what scene was going to be, but I think you're going to get a big reveal about something that nobody knew about. And when I was watching, so he screened a little bit of the movie for me, about 20 minutes of the movie for me. And I can tell you when I was watching this movie, I didn't realize I had no clue what it was actually about. Like I knew about the theme and like, I know all the news surrounded, like this is JDF's last film. This is not Power Rangers, but it's Power Rangers inspired. It's an original idea and stuff like that. And it has more to deal with like mental health and stuff like that. But I realized I had no clue what this storyline was, like at all. And I was watching that. So I think people that are going to be at San Diego Comic Con on Thursday, they're going to get to see this. They're going to start realizing this too. And it almost made me more excited because then I was like, this is like more real now. Like, this movie. So I know he's going to have news about it. I know he just said the other day that picture lock will be in August. And then it goes off to sound mixing and color. What does he call it? Color
correction.
Color correction. Yes. It's going to
Yeah.
go to color correction. And then it'll be done. But he'll be done. He said like August 1st. So that's his date. And he's pretty much, I know he's pretty much almost done editing. So it's Serena Vincent and Jenna Frank in that film. Yes, they are. It's super awesome. So yeah, so if you guys are going to be there, the panel is going to be on Thursday. Going to be room 6DE. Aaron's going to host it with David Ramsey and Jenna Frank. We will have somebody from the Legacy of Nerd at San Diego Comic Con that's going to help with this panel specifically. So we'll have some coverage as soon as they're done with the panel. We've already had it confirmed. So we'll have some news here too. If you're not at San Diego Comic Con, we'll have some stuff here exclusive to this channel. Well, I say exclusive, but like if Entertainment Weekly gets in front of us, then like there's nothing I can do about that. So like, but it will be as exclusive as possible. It will be exclusive to the small creator land of YouTube for sure. So yeah. Have you been following Legend of the White Dragon a little bit? You kind of know a little bit of the news about it?
No, I've been following it because, seeing the, Jason David Frank's daughter, Jenna Frank, being able to talk about her father and his work and whatnot, it got me interested, because I guess, growing up and really looking at the Green Ranger, and how that whole story arc was really interesting at the time, and seeing that it got more popular even in the more modern era of Power Ranger lore, and still the focus was on Tommy. And now watching him be able to transition to come up with an original story, it's interesting, dude, just to see what, the legacy that he leaves behind is in good hands with his daughter,
Yeah, and we talked to, well, he said this on a live stream, but he's told this to me too. But they want to do like a sequel comic with Jenna Frank being a more main character. Her character's name Ashley Reed. So maybe we'll do it after the panel. Jenna gave me some stuff to give away. So I was getting closer to the film, but this is a good reason to do it. Follow here if you guys are watching. We'll do a Legend of the White Dragon giveaway here probably after San Diego Comic-Con. Also tonight we're still doing the NostalgiaCon VIP giveaway, and then later on we're doing a giveaway just for if you're here. And thank you for being here and thank you for watching. And you have to be here to win for that one. So we're doing 2 giveaways tonight. But yeah, this the only thing that's just super sad about this, man, is just like at like he's not gonna be able to see his hard work come to fruition, and I know that, and that's really hard on a lot of people that are close to Jason, and like Aaron and Jenna and Jason Font and stuff like that. But it's getting closer. Now there was a question in the chat that I want to answer. Do you know if he's made any comment on whether or not this will end up on DVD, Blu-ray, or digital to be ordered? So I can tell you. All right, I'll tell you what he told me. All right, and this is not official, okay, but this is what he told me privately. So he said, yes, they really, really want to do Blu-ray. So part of if you had donated to the campaign to make this happen, one of those was the Blu-ray. So those will get taken care of first, right? Depending on who actually ends up buying the film and decides about distribution, because it could end up on Netflix, it could end up on Paramount, like it could end up on Peacock or something like that, right? But he still has plans for a physical copy release. We have to stay tuned. I think we'll get more news, maybe at San Diego Comic-Con, possibly about this specifically. But I know what he's focused on right now is figuring out what the distribution situation is going to be. So I wonder who it is. Who is? Ayo, what's up, Mega Demon? I haven't seen you in a bit. How are you doing, man? There's going to be someone who's going to spoil it. Spoil what? It's probably going to be me, honestly.
We had General Kenobi there.
But what's up, man? How you doing, man? Me and General Kenobi went to a wrestling show this weekend. It was one of his first in San Antonio. He was having fun. I was watching him say some of those hits, and he was like, "Ooh!" He was getting into it. We got Vincent Yu. What's up, man? How you doing, man? Everyone's just saying hi to Kenobi. Gonna be rough watching a movie when it's out finally in tears. I agree, man. Kickstarter. Yep, the Kickstarter did getting Blu-rays. Okay, so next topic after that is let's talk about Deadpool and Wolverine that is coming out on Friday. Now, Joe, what are your expectations for this movie? What are you hoping to feel? Because I know there's a lot of things we could possibly see, but what are you hoping about this movie?
I'm hoping that, and really what everybody wants, because the MCU has gotten stagnant, man. Let's just be honest. Yeah. The quality of film, the quality of, let's say, the storylines has been lacking as of late. And what everybody's anticipating and wanting right now is the introduction of the mutants, into the MCU. I'm hoping that this is what this is going to be. It's going to be that crossover that's going to open the floodgates to start introducing more of the mutants into the MCU. We've already seen little teases here and there of some mutants already joining the MCU that we, maybe some fans aren't really familiar with their lore, but we've already been introduced to some of them. I'm hoping that this is going to be a fun film. Of course, it's going to have Deadpool, so it's going to have a lot of comedy in it, which I'm looking forward to, and looking to see how that chemistry is with Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds on screen as Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm looking forward to that. But more importantly, the one thing that really piqued my interest was watching little teases here of the TVA and how they're going to go ahead and come into the film and kind of have some part to play in it. So this is going to be like universal multiverse hopping, so to speak, So I'm looking forward to it. I want to see what they're going to do with it. And the introduction too of them teasing that they're going to bring back some of the OG villains from the original X-Men film. I'm really interested in seeing that. So it looks like it's going to be a very fun film.
Did you already get your tickets for it yet?
Not quite yet. We had plans to go to the coast this weekend, actually, but those plans got canceled because it's just going to be raining here in Texas, especially at the Texas coast all weekend. So we had to scrap those plans. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try to get my ticket. So me and my kids and my wife, because the kids love Deadpool, we're going to go and see the film hopefully on Friday. And I like to go and see it at the Flicks Brew House. I know it's a shameless plug. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, but it is the best theater that they have here in San Antonio. That's really cool and chill that I like going to.
I like going to that one too. They have really good fries. That's their thing there.
Hey, their fish and chips, when you pair that with the beer, man, that's fire right there.
Me and Kenobi went to a Lord of the Rings.
The screeners that they had there, right?
Yeah.
And
that was really fun because it was really cool because they have like they serve you like meals that are part of like
Yeah.
like can make you feel like a part of the
Movie
movie. So
themed.
yeah, they gave you a lot of food though, and every single thing came with a beer. So there was a different
Yeah.
beer to try. The one time they gave me a dessert beer, like it was like I think it was like a
God.
cookies and cream beer, and that was the only one I couldn't drink. Like it was too much, man. Like, but at that time, like they already give me like a lager, and then like
Oh man.
and then so like I think I was beered out by that time. You know what I mean? But like it was a cool experience. I like Flick's Brew House. We actually got tickets to go see it on Thursday.
Oh nice.
We're gonna go see it at Santikos, but that's because um uh the theater we like every single seat there is a reclining theater, so we don't have to worry about like you know getting that one at Casablanca that's the AVX and everything like that. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, so that's what we like about that theater. We're going to that one on Thursday. We'll be there in the early evening. So yeah, everyone said I can't wait. Let's see. Hold on, I'm losing my space here, guys. I'm seeing Deadpool and Wolverine Thursday. I think a lot of people are gonna try to see it on
Yeah.
Thursday. Everyone's saying hi, Kenobi. Gonna be seeing it this Friday. Already have my tickets for this. Yep, a lot of people. If we can get a Born to Race movie, we can get Legend of the White Dragon. Legend of the White Dragon can't get here soon enough. The raffle. So the raffle, the Nostalgicon one is done. You can't answer that. The secret surprise giveaway we're doing later on, you just have to be here. So be here for that. Sith Elias, Joe, your boy
Hey.
Sith is in here with you. What's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah, that's my boy Sith. He does a wrestling podcast on
Oh,
Mondays
cool.
with my good friend Brandon Medina. So go ahead and check that out. You can go ahead
Awesome,
and
man.
follow him. I believe his handle on the X is going to be Sith Lord _ Elias, and Brandon is Big Poppy Brandon Medina.
And Sith, feel free to post your link in here. We're totally cool with that, man. So, early reviews saying that this is even more cameos and surprises that wasn't even hinted in the trailers. I know. So I posted this, and this is fan art, just to be clear. I posted this, and people got like so mad at me in the comments, like you're spoiling it. I was like, one, it was in the trailer. That's on TV.
Yeah.
Like, no.
You
So
see, that's the thing that really pissed me off. They should just have one trailer and be done with it. Like X-23 is something that you want to be surprised
yeah,
in
I just
revealing right
really
when
feel
you're in
like
the theater.
I think the reason that they spoiled it on their own was because this is probably a 5-second cameo. Like I don't think it's going to
Still,
be
man,
anything substantial.
why
And
why ruin it?
because I think here's the thing, like you gotta give them something, right? So they're giving them the things that like there's barely anything of. Like that Sabretooth Tyler Mane. Well, everyone thought
Yeah,
that was pretty sweet, right? But like I think that's called. I bet you anything we're gonna see them run at each other like we do in the trailer, and then
yeah,
it's gonna cut to black, and it's gonna be like him walking away from Sabretooth like he beat him. Like that's all it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Like they're
yeah.
giving up these little tidbits here, and I don't think there's gonna be much to them. I think the big cameos that we're expecting to see, like we're probably seeing more X-Men, for example, or see more Avengers. I posted one with the Hulk's hand that people got mad at it too. And I was like, that's a fan made. Like, I don't even know if that's like gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Real,
And
yeah,
so like people are just like I think that people are being a little bit too like I'm sorry, but like at some point, like every single news outlet is covering these things. You're gonna see it, and unless you don't want to be spoiled whatsoever, you have to get off the internet for a
yeah.
big event like this, like 2 weeks in advance.
Stay
Like
off
you
the
have
X,
to.
especially,
Yeah.
man. There's a lot of spoiler
Yeah,
news
that's
on there.
probably and I go scourging X for content, so it's hard for
Yeah,
me too. So I kind of last week I just built up a lot of content that I'll be posting on Facebook and Instagram, and that way I don't have to like go through a bunch of stuff through X because X is gonna have all the spoilers.
I got to tell you one thing, Daniel. One thing that I would love to see in this X-Men, or not X-Men, but this Wolverine and Deadpool movie would be Omega Red, dude. Like
That
even if
would
it's
be
just
really
a
cool.
couple seconds, something.
Yeah.
Give me something.
But it's got to be more comic accurate. Like it can be
Yeah,
film inspired, right? Like but it's got to be like it's got to be in light like in the feeling of the comic book because I think that's part of like especially when you saw in the animated series like when they would show like Omega Red like coming out
yeah.
of hibernation and stuff like it looks serious, dude. And even just he came out in X-Men 97 for a second too. So that was I agree that'd be really really cool. I want to see. I like to, and that's why I pulled it up. I would like to see a Spider-Man cameo because if there's one character that Deadpool is more associated with than Wolverine, it's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I will, even if it doesn't matter which Spider-Man. It's probably if you
Well,
give me
it
Tom
does
Holland,
matter. It
it
does
doesn't.
matter.
It does not matter to me. I just
Come
want
on.
to see him interact because I know that Ryan Reynolds, no matter whether it is Tom Holland or Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire, it's going to be a great exchange,
I
right?
would
So
love
like,
to see it with Toby, dude. If they brought Toby out, I'd lose my shit.
Toby would be so awkward. So I
Yeah.
think Andrew Garfield would like talk back and be like, "You're kind of weird, aren't you?" Like say something like that. Even Tom Holland maybe. But
But how
I think
cool would
that
it be if the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man has already, been introduced and is familiar and they're friends?
it's a possibility. I mean, this is coming from the Fox universe, and at one point they had talked about this the Tobey Maguire Sony, right? With Hugh Jackman was going to be in the original Spider-Man movie. They were
Yeah.
supposed to have a cameo, and then contract situations, and they decided to call off. So there was supposed to be some interlocking back in the early days with those original movies, but they just never happened. They both worked in X-Men Origins, Wolverine. Awesome. I can't wait to see all the Wolverine variants and the Deadpool variants.
For real, dude.
So
The
yeah, we
dog
already
was
know
laughing, dude.
dog pool, and we know there's gonna be a baby pool, and there's gonna be a head pool and a lady Deadpool.
Lady
So
Deadpool, yeah.
those are the ones that we know of, and a cowboy pool. Is that what he calls himself? Cowboy pool or cowboy Deadpool? Can't remember what he calls himself. Hope to possibly see it in theaters. Yeah, we got our tickets. We're not playing around. Even my wife is like, yeah, we got to go see it on Thursday. We're going to the coast also this weekend, but we're not backing out. We're just going. I have a baby, so
Oh man, it's gonna be
depending on the
raining
beach.
bad.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but I think we're already planning on going to the aquarium. So like that
Yeah.
was already gonna be a thing. And
The aquarium is pretty dope, man, especially what they've done with it lately. Like they have like dolphins, otters, and then like the big
I heard
aquarium
that.
that they have inside. It's cool to just, take a walk and browse.
We took the little baby to the zoo. We've been taking her to the zoo. And
Yeah.
the last time we took her to the zoo, she finally started like interacting with like, oh, there's an animal, right?
What's your
But
favorite?
her favorite was the aquarium at the zoo.
Oh,
And that's where she like her eyes lit up and everything.
yeah.
And I know it had to do with like the black lights and the neons and the jellyfish, right?
Yeah.
But like she was really, really into it. And I'm like, so we took her to the San Antonio one, and the San Antonio one is just like,
Eh.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
all right. It's all
I
right.
hear really good things about the Corpus Christi one, so we're gonna take her to that for sure. I got her for tickets. Can't wait. Looking forward to Deadpool and Legend of the White Dragon. Yeah, I'm doing the fan event on Thursday. What do you mean doing a fan event? What fan event? Is it going to be a floodgate of New Mutant class or Legendary class with Professor X and Cyclops? So one thing that we already heard that Kevin Feige has already confirmed in an interview, like he said, Deadpool and Wolverine is the first movie of the Mutant Saga. So we are
Nice.
now out of the multiverse saga, and we're now into the mutant saga. So yes, this is the opening the floodgates. Cookies and cream beer. Yep, I had that. It was a thing.
You know what? I've had a peanut butter and jelly stout made over here local by the Weathered Souls brewery here in San Antonio.
Oh yeah,
Man, that is so good. But I'm gonna tell
it
you
was good.
It was so good. But the thing is, when you're drinking stuff like that has a high sugar content, the alcohol content is through the roof, dude. So they give it to you in like a quart, right? You get to buy it in a quart, and it has
Right.
like the wax seal on it and everything. So they give it to you, and you open it up, and you pour it in a mug or whatever, and you get to enjoy it with your friends.
Right.
But man, that alcohol content is like 15% or something, dude. It's no joke.
Dang, dude. Yeah, I don't think I could do that anymore. I'm not in my drinking days anymore. All right, man. Have a good night. I appreciate you being here, man. I'll see you at More Phenomenal. Oh, also, I just got a message like not too long ago. We are gonna have some breaking news, More Phenomenal news tonight. So I can't give away all of it, but we're gonna give you some major teasers.
Oh, look, let's show that a comment again, my boy. Sith Elias.
Our Spaces show is all about wrestling. In my personal life, I'm a huge nerd. I can talk pop culture all day. Awesome,
Yeah,
man.
you can.
I was
We
like,
should
I
bring
didn't
him on.
your face covered, so I was like, oh man. So I was trying to like come that up.
We should bring him on sometime because he does
That'd be fun.
like to talk a lot about nerd culture and geek news and all that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Everyone's saying hi. No, you don't have to give up anything. Kevin Feige said if it was up to him, the movies would only have one trailers. However, marketing isn't his department, so he lets the pros handle it. That sounds accurate. Because
Yeah,
Kevin Feige is more of a fan too.
he's
Let's
old
bring
school, dude. I like that.
And he's smart. That dude is just that dude's a genius.
He can't
Let's bring in
miss.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2099 is technically already part of it if you watched Across the Spider-Verse. No.
Spider-Man.
I get
I
my
love
tickets.
Spider-Man 2099.
I like Oscar Isaac's play. Like that's a good idea. Like they should make that live action. 3 p.m. for Thursday. Nice, man. I feel Tom Hardy would have made the perfect Wolverine.
I don't know. That one's interesting because he
I
was
don't know.
Bane.
Yeah, I know he would definitely commit to it. I can say
No,
that.
no doubt. And he's Venom, so how's that gonna work?
Yeah, I've never really liked him as Venom, to be honest. I mean, it's not him as Venom; it's the Venom movies. I
The
don't really
whole
dig it.
franchise Venom, it was a miss, dude, big
Yeah,
time.
it's just like it's a visual spectacle. It's not really like you're not really there for a show. You're there
Yeah.
just to watch. I've been there, and they have a wonderful aquarium, Corpus Christi. That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
You know which else has what other place has a really good aquarium? Moody Gardens over in Galveston. The pyramids that they
Okay.
have there, that aquarium there is pretty dope too. I've gone several times and I really like it.
Man, I can't even remember the last time I went to Galveston. So yeah, we'll probably at some time I'll have to take the baby for sure. Hell yeah, I can't wait. This movie is going to be the start of some crazy from Marvel movies. I agree. Finished Cobra Kai season day. It comes out. Nice.
Was it any
Really?
good? I still haven't seen it.
So, well, okay, we can talk a little bit about it. So, because that was one of the things. So you haven't watched Cobra Kai yet?
Yeah, I haven't watched this final season.
Okay,
This most recent one.
So I only watched 5 of the 6 episodes so far, and I can tell you like they are. This is like definitely the setup for like the end of the season, right? Like so.
Yeah.
What I can say so far, without spoiling it too much, is that, yeah, I think there's gonna be some betrayals, but right now, like it's like this is supposed to be like the peacetime, right? Like this
Yeah.
is like the beginning of Empire Strikes Back. Like they just won a big battle, like everything's united, and we know that's all gonna go to crap. So that's what it is. But the show has been really good. A lot of Power Ranger fans love Cobra Kai. They've even done a Cobra Kai Power Rangers mashup for the figures.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So a lot of people fan cast Cobra Kai people as the next Power Rangers because, like, hey, they're already martial arts trained. Like, super easy, right? Like,
Just give them the was it the little
just
the
give them
little
morphers and let's go.
the morphers. There you go.
Yeah. So, your coffee man get well. No, it's just my throat. My throat is
You
dry.
got the Rona.
No, what happened? So I used to stream like every week, and like my throat was used to
Oh.
it, and then now I'm getting used to it. So that's the only thing. And then I stopped streaming for like a good like 2 months, like just not consistent at all. But yeah, well, I'm just gonna put this up real quick. I think I had Cobra Kai next. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, they're all united. They're all under Miyagi-Do. What I've seen is pretty cool so far. I really enjoyed it. These actors here are getting way too old to play teenagers. I was gonna say this, like,
They're
the
driving
young,
themselves there on set. They already got families. They got kids.
the girl there, the one that plays Samantha LaRusso, she is 28 years old.
Oh God, dude.
Yeah, like they're like someone commented like, yeah, she went from like being an actual teenager to a soccer mom. Like,
That's like it's time to age them out, man.
Now, Zolo Mariduena is 23. He's still pretty young, but he's playing 18 right now. It's all right. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to another Blue Beetle movie.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can come back and do that.
They're saying they're going to do an animated Blue Beetle movie, or I think movie, and they were asking him on the Cobra Kai red carpet if he's coming back for that, and he says, "I want to." He says, "I'll be totally happy voicing it." He's just like, "I'm just waiting on that phone call." He's like, "I heard about it. Just like they told me that they were going to do it, so we're just assuming we're all going to be back to voice, and we'll be there." Because Blue Beetle is one of the few things that James Gunn said, like, this is going to stick. Like, we'll stay with this. It may not be the exact same technical universe. They might change some little things, but they still want Zola Mariduena as their Blue Beetle. So it's gonna be weird for that situation because some of the people, like, I think they're doing Peacemaker too, is part of the new universe also. I have all those figures. I didn't like them, honestly. I really didn't like them, other than the Cobra Kai putty, which I thought was really cool. Other than that, I waited till they were clearanced out at Target for $5, and that's when I got them. Yep. So last episode, whatever you're thinking is gonna happen, wait and see. I saw it coming. I just need to watch that last episode. So like Sunday we went to wrestling. Last night I worked, and then tonight I'm streaming. So we're gonna watch the last episode, and then House of the Dragon too. So
I saw that one, dude. That's pretty good episode.
Did you end up watching the Acolyte? I know you said
I watched it, dude.
And you did? Okay, let's talk the Acolyte. So we're not talking Cobra Kai. So, all right, we'll start with your impression. What did you think about the Acolyte?
The Acolyte is a slow burn, man. It started
Mhm.
off so super slow, like, where's this going? It was all over the place. Finally started finding its footing. I gave it a chance and I watched it all the way through. And
Yeah.
it gave you some things that we hadn't seen before, and
Yeah.
it went in a different direction. And it showed you a flawed Jedi from the beginning, the get go. And as the story unravels, you learn a little bit more about what was
Right.
going on. Uh, and I like that because in the beginning, you have this, was it Osha? Uh, and it's following her story arc, kind of like showing things from her perspective in a way. And you get to see that iconic moment. I don't know if everybody's seen it. I don't want to ruin it, but you get to see the transition of somebody becoming a Sith, you
Yeah.
know, and what happens to that kyber crystal,
Well,
you
first of
know?
all, let's do spoilers because it's already been
Yeah.
out a week. So
Okay.
yeah, we saw the official for the first time on screen, a kyber crystal being transitioned to the dark side, being bled. Then they call it a bleeding the
Yeah.
crystal, um, and basically you saw her kind of like embrace the dark side, or at least
Oh, because she
uh,
killed her mentor,
yeah,
her sensei soul,
yeah, yeah,
So
Darth Vader style too. What did you think about the hate the Acolyte got? Do you think it was warranted? Do you think it was do you think it was out of line? Because people were, I mean, I remember there was an article that there was another like BBC TV show called The Acolyte from like 10 years ago, and people had no idea what they were review bombing. They just knew they were supposed to review bomb The Acolyte, and
yeah.
that show got review bombed. So, what do you think about? I mean, do you feel like it was review bombed, or do you think that is the actual audience score on Rotten Tomatoes?
I feel that that's the actual audience score. While we did see some things that were different in this Star Wars series, it just seems like a lot of these Star Wars series are really lacking. They build it up, they hype it up, and you're like,
Right,
"Wow, this is going to be great." And then you just go in and watch, and you're like, "This is complete nonsense. It's just a dud. It doesn't live up to the hype." Star Wars fans have high expectations. Even
right,
when you're watching like The Mandalorian, for example, and you had those moments, that iconic moment where they showed Luke Skywalker, and you're like, oh my God. And that just, man, fanboys were just going crazy, right?
right,
I was going nuts too. They're like, no, that can't be him. That can't be him. But ever since that moment, you've had nothing really to get excited about. Book of Boba, I'm wearing the hat right now because I love Boba Fett, but I mean, even that was horrible to me. I just
right,
couldn't get into it. I mean, it was just like storyline that was scattered all over the place. Acolyte, it was like I said in the beginning, it started as a slow burn, started finding its footing, but it just seemed that the pacing was off. And that's the problem that I've had with a lot of these series, is that the pacing never seems to be on par with moving the storyline forward. It's kind of going all over the place. It feels like a convoluted story that's a little bit broken. So even though you're a fan, you're going to watch it all the way through. You're just hoping for more. It did
right.
deliver some moments, but overall, it was just okay. It wasn't like, wow, I'm blown away by it.
Right. And I think for me, maybe the expectation was high to the I don't know. So I can tell you, I run the Facebook page and I run the Instagram, right? And I get a lot of comments on what people feel, right? And I didn't know that there was any before the show came out. There was a lot of hate on the Acolyte, right?
Yeah.
They didn't like the creator Leslie Headland. I guess she had made some comments about that they felt were quote unquote woke, and people were review bombing it before it was even out, right? So there was a lot of issues with that, and that's why I do feel there was review bombed, and that's not an accurate audience score, is because of especially like what I've been seeing personally, like in the comments that I've been getting, right? And people are like, I hate that show. Lesbians write it. Like this is the reason that they hate the show. You know what I mean? Like I hate that show because there was a lesbian scene in it. Or I hate that show because they said, "Oh, is that pronoun of a rat alien was is it they
Oh
instead of he?"
God.
Like people were like, be like really like you hate the show for this one little thing, right? Or you hate the show for the creator being a lesbian, or you hate the show for like whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
you're not hating the show for the show itself, So now I didn't know about that hate going into it, and then I found out like the first time I made a couple of posts, and I was like, oh wow, this is ridiculous, right? And I don't know if you saw, but like I got like a really bad hate message just for saying that I liked the Acolyte. Now, do I think the Acolyte is a perfect show? Absolutely not. Do I think it was entertaining? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Do I think every episode was amazing? No. Like every flashback episode was horrible.
Yeah.
Absolute trash.
The
I
fight
wish
scenes were good though.
the fight scenes were really good, and I think they
Mm.
took the fight scenes to like way more creative thoughts on how to do them now, especially with the cortosis, bringing that as another element as well to the fightings. You know, the fighting choreography. That was like I saw a guy headbutt a lightsaber. Like
Yeah.
that was cool, dude. Like you know,
And
and they
then
did
that style that he turns the lightsaber off and then on again, that was amazing. We hadn't seen that on the, let's say, big screen or in live
yeah,
action before.
exactly. I mean, I think they did really really well, and of course, this was supposed to be in a time like you know, this was like peak Jedi. Like everyone's at the peak of their talents, right? And because we obviously like we see like in episode one, like we see like the Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Darth Maul. Like that's an amazing, beautiful choreographed fight. Then we get to like Luke versus Darth Vader, and they're just like they're throwing sticks at each other. You know what I mean? Like that's the downgrade of the lightsaber battles, you know. But we can see like, oh, this was a much more elegant time of the Jedi. Um, I enjoyed it. I had fun watching it. I like seeing some certain things. We saw Darth Plagueis. We got a little tease of him.
Yeah.
I thought that's cool. I don't think they're just going to more of Darth Plagueis, which I think is a really interesting story. Even if even though that's Legends, right? But like even though what they go with canon, they still kind of bring in a little bit of the feeling of what Legends was, right? So like they will bring that out. We saw Yoda made his little appearance. It was cool to see him. Acknowledge he was there. I think he should have been there the
Are
whole
we
entire
sure it
time.
wasn't Yaddle?
Yaddle has the ponytail, right? Yoda
Yeah,
has like
yeah.
more full hair, I think. So yes, it could be Yaddle. Just I guess she's been wearing a wig the entire time, which didn't know.
Who
But
knows? I'm just playing, dude. It's probably Yoda.
you know it's funny because we finally got the Yaddle story in the Tales of the Jedi, that
Yeah.
the short story cartoon. That was
She
really
met
cool.
her fate.
That was really sad though. Like
Yeah,
super,
man.
super sad. So let's see. How are you doing, pal? Doing good, Austin, man. It's good to see you, man. Dude, I remember when it was on YouTube Red, Cobra Kai. That is right. I remember that.
Yeah, way back when it first started.
That was like what 2015, maybe
Yeah.
somewhere around there. What announcements would we be expecting to hear from San Diego Comic Con? We're gonna hear from Boom, whether they actually have the license or not. For Power Rangers, we're gonna hear Legend of the White Dragon. You're gonna get some news. You're gonna get some footage. Maybe I think that's asking too much, but maybe I can explain what the footage is, and then we'll hear some things from Marvel. Probably, I think we'll hear maybe one or two movies, but they're gonna save most of their stuff for D23 for sure, because that's their show. And I think we'll get some like random movie news, maybe some trailers dropped coming up here soon. But yeah, that's what I think we'll be getting. I feel like they were okay. But if you were like in an Hispanic or Latino community like we were, we're awesome. Like we loved it. Like that was like a big chunk of like who we kind of are. So even though I don't feel like they were Mexicano on the show
They
specifically,
weren't poodle.
maybe they were Mexicano. I don't know because they were in Miami, right? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was there was a lot of little things that like for the Mexican and Hispanic Latino culture that really resonated with that movie, and I think a lot of people enjoyed it in like cities like San Antonio, Los Angeles, Texas cities and stuff like that, and Florida too. But overall, I think it was a decent movie. Like taking that aside, but would you agree, Joe? Like it kind of like hit those points a little bit more for us than maybe others.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a lot of references to the culture,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
if you're not Latino, you didn't grow up in the culture, you're not gonna really get the references. While they think
Yeah.
it's beautiful, oh look at this, it looks good. It has more meaning than people think,
Yeah, it's a thing, guys. I just want to remind you guys, we are almost done with some of our topics, but we are doing 2 giveaways tonight, and you got to be here to win one of them. So, I can't wait to see Deadpool and Wolverine this weekend. I know a lot of people want to see that. The Acolyte was really good, also. See, he enjoyed. I think what I don't like is people shaming other people for liking
because they
something.
like it.
Like that is ridiculous, dude. Like,
Oh god,
that is so dumb. You can't go over there and say like, oh, there was definitely a lot of things to like about the Acolyte, and there was things not to like, right? But like, you can't go over there and tell someone like you're a piece of crap for liking the Acolyte. No, like Star Wars fans need to be better. I'm sorry, like
they're snobbish.
this is getting ridiculous. Like you're attacking people personally now, and it's not good.
Well,
Like,
now you're getting into the realm of sports fandom because that's how you get treated in sports fandom.
yeah,
Because
but you
have
know what? To
people
be
that are
fair,
like diehards.
we all know that Philadelphia Eagles fans are just horrible people. So like that's fine, right? Like we all know that. Like
Oh man, you know what I call the Philadelphia Eagles because I'm a diehard Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
I call them
Was it?
lechuzas cagadas, and everybody's always laughing, dude. When we go
Oh
to the
my
bars, we
god.
call them that.
I just can't
And if
stand
people don't
Eagles
know what
fans.
it is, it's because you're not Latino. So you
Yeah,
look it up.
yeah. Star Wars. I appreciate that they took the time to show the change for the first time from a normal kyber crystal to a bleeding and becoming a red lightsaber. I thought it was cool. I thought it's like you were seeing. This is the only time you've really seen like a physical manifestation of someone turning to the dark side, which was really
Yeah,
cool.
we've never
But
seen it before.
and we saw Anakin kneel and get up, and then later on he had eyes, but he had already been immersed, right? Like we've never seen someone like physically going like I am losing it right now. You know what I mean? That was pretty legit to see. I agree. I found my Cobra Kai Mighty Morphin Power Ranger crossover toys in the dumpster behind Target. Dude, I okay. First of all, like, do they throw toys away? Like, I need to know that. And then, second, like, was there more? So
They do throw stuff away. Oh, look at that.
the Sith Lord taking out 8 Jedi and then doing it in brutal fashion was elite. We even got a neck breaker. Yes, that was. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect him just to like snap Yord's neck. Like I was just like, oh, okay, like that happened. Like oh, so yeah, I agree.
And that
Zach,
was cool. Like his armor was the thing that was shorting out the
for
lightsabers.
horses, yeah,
Yeah,
that was a comic book thing too. So or is it or I think it was Legends. Maybe it was comic book or Legends, but I'm not sure. Kenobi knows. I know Kenobi knows. I heard that Disney also changed Episode 3 to have Darth's lightsaber change color when he attacked the younglings. Wait, I don't remember it changing color. Oh, it was always blue.
yeah, it was blue. Even when he was fighting Kenobi at the
Yeah.
end, it was still blue.
Let's not forget the Darth Plagueis teaser. Do we get a young Palpatine in season 2? Why not?
Yeah.
I don't see why not. Episode 5 of the Acolyte is peak Star Wars. We finally get a Sith cause so much carnage. It was cool, man. Yaddle had the same toupee. Trump. No.
There's some things you can't unsee now, right?
Oh my god, man. Gotta be careful. What do you think about the idea of Tanner Buchanan and Robbie Keane playing a Power Ranger? I've seen a lot of people say he'd be a good Ranger. I think so too. I think he fit a really good Tommy. Tanner is the Robbie, this guy at the end here, next to Mariduena. I think he'd make a really good Green Ranger. He has the skills, he has the acting experience already, he has the look, he has the vibe. I think he'd be good. The Acolyte was amazing. I'm a Star Wars and a Star Trek fan. That's good. I've never really watched Star Trek.
I'm a Star Trek fan too. I'm a Trekkie dude. I watch all the stuff that has to do with Star Trek. That's why I have my Paramount Plus subscription because I keep watching the series. They're really good.
That's off. Sometimes stores like GameStop will throw away toys. Games, dude. What? No one's telling me this
You
stuff.
go dumpster diving now?
I mean, I'm not above it. I get heat because episode 1 is my favorite. I liked episode 1. I thought it was good. Am I the only one here excited for Joker 2? Yes, you are the only one excited.
Oh, come on. You're not going to give it a chance?
I really don't even know if I like the first one or not still.
It was good. I think
they're okay. I think they're good movies. It's not a Batman movie. It's just not what it is to me. You know what I mean? Like they're good stories and they're good character development. I just don't think they need to be Batman movies. Just be its own movie. You know what I mean? Like that's just it's just like Gotham references. Like it's not needed. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like almost like an origin film in a way, but it's not connected to anything. You know, that's the thing.
I guess I don't know. I'm not too into it. All right, we're gonna touch on House of the Dragon because we're already kind of running a little late here. But
Hot D, like my boy Matty B likes to call it.
Hot D, and then we rate these episodes based on feet. If you guys know,
that's a Matty started that.
No, that was I suggested that in the chat, and Matty went with it. Yeah,
with that.
Don't remember who has the good feet ideas here.
So
I haven't watched the latest episode. I kind of heard a little bit about it, but we'll kind of just talk about the series overview. Maybe we can come back and do because last episode is like next week, right? So, what are you thinking about this show? Are you enjoying it? Dislikes, likes? What are you thinking about it, man?
No, I've liked everything so far. You know, I mean, there's a lot going on in this season, and even if you read the books, you know, if you read the books, you know what's coming up, you know. And I think they've done an admirable job of trying to at least get the essence of what these stories entail and putting them out there, because you're trying to condense something that has so much information in these books into a series, and you have to you have like an hour, maybe less, to go ahead and tell the story in in an episode. So I think they're doing a very good job. I liked everything so far, like the pacing of like where it's going.
Yeah.
Even in early on, you get the early reference to blood and cheese, and that was brutal. Seeing
Yeah,
that happening on the screen. I was
that
like,
was hard to listen to. Really, that was tough.
and then they showed the funeral, dude, and you see they have the body of the kid. I'm just
And the
like, oh
stitching on the
man,
neck. Yeah,
yes, dude. It's like, damn. And then you get to see what happened with the guys that dispatched the child. They met their fate.
yeah,
So I mean, going and moving on and looking at the dragons now, because everything is now, everybody's like focused on these dragons and what's going to happen, and
yeah,
these epic battles. And you've already gotten, glimpses of what's to come. And I think that's the one thing. It's the buildup, seeing also what's going on behind the scenes with the moves that are taking place. Everybody jockeying for position,
right,
jockeying
right.
for power, and how are they going to get these armies to get on their side and whatnot. And that's the thing that you like. That's where you get that. It's getting real Game of Thrones. Everybody
Yeah,
trying to go ahead and like be deceitful to one another. So
yeah.
I like everything that's being played out right now. It's kind of like you're seeing the pieces on the chessboard, and now the game's starting to get real interesting. Now you're getting closer and closer to checkmate.
Right. I mean, I'm enjoying it a lot. I haven't read the books like you. I did do a deep dive onto that's that fan wiki Fire and Ice,
Oh yeah.
and read a lot about it, and a lot of the backstories and stuff like that. I was trying to for a long time. I was trying to get the lineage of the kings and correct in my head. I'm
Yeah,
still
it's a
working
lot.
on that.
It's
That's
a
a
lot.
lot. Yeah, because there's like a king every 5 years sometimes. But so I'm really, really enjoying it. Season one, I actually really, really enjoyed season one, and I felt I now like kind of looking back, I hear people saying like, "Oh, it was really slow," and I was like, "I guess it was." You know what I mean? Like I didn't really think about it because I was really into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're right. Like there's a lot of people making their plays. Like we're seeing Amon taking his play. Damon's definitely taking his play. I am just so ready for Damon to be out of Harrenhal. Like these little visions are getting weird, man. Like this last one with him and his mom, that was like, dude, like you need like to leave. Like you know what I mean? Like there's issues, man. Like and it's getting to the point where like I hope they're not fooling the viewer because
Yeah.
like we don't know like what is like actually happening sometimes because like there's like time skips and time jumps and he's confused and like we're confused with him. You know what I mean?
I
So
think
like
it's showing you the current state of where he's at mentally,
and I
you know?
get that, but we're not. It's kind of getting confusing a little bit on the viewer. Like, is this conversation actually happening? Like, that's what we, especially with
Yeah.
the bastard Rivers, the girl Rivers.
Oh yeah.
I think her name's Eris or something. But like, are those conversations even happening? Like, that's what I want to make sure. Like, and I don't fool the viewer too much on that. Like, yeah, get them in the state of mind, but then tell us what's real, what's not real, right? And it may be all real, and that's good. But I think they're kind of leaving that open ended. That's the only thing that I don't like right now. Other than that, like the dragon imagery is amazing. The dragon fights are really cool. Not things that we saw very much of in Game of Thrones because the dragons are all on the same side. And then even then we saw like that they would lose budget and they're like, we can't show that many dragons for this many episodes. So like, we're getting dragons every episode on this one, which is really, really cool. And the dragon lineage we're finding out. And then like, obviously I left out, but I know this last episode talked about like the bastards, becoming riders as well, which has been a big thing that's never happened for dragon riders in Westeros or anything like that. So I think it's really good. I'm really excited to see how the rest of I know how kind of it's going to play out, but like actually see it play out on screen to see if they make any differences because I'm hearing the differences they are making from the books. People are generally enjoying, which is a very, very good thing
Yeah.
because people are very, very tight to their stories on these things sometimes. So I know I was asking my wife, do you ever think they can have a Game of Thrones show that is not about getting the Iron Throne?
I think they can. I think one of the things that's been teased is following uh Snow, Jon Snow and his character and what happened after he left. Um but they haven't really said a whole bunch about what's going to happen because that story arc there would be interesting, to see from a fan perspective what happened to him, what kind of life did he live after he left the wall and all the battle and all that and all the trouble he got in.
Yeah.
Um, and you don't really know. You're just left with a lot of questions, and it would be like finality, trying to see what happened to one of the most beloved characters in Game of Thrones, but I don't know if they're going to wind up doing that or not. There's a
Last I heard was
want
no.
for it.
Yeah, there's a one for it. Last I heard is no. And I think the issue that HBO has specifically with it is that once they went off of what was not George R. R. Martin written, there was the fans were very, very vocal in the decline of it, right?
The
So
last season was garbage, dude.
right.
Garbage.
But in all fairness, it wasn't very I didn't if you had watched everything, because I only watched the show and I never read the books, right? So and I rewatched it when my baby was born. She doesn't know it, but she watched the entire Game of Thrones with me. So, and that was my rewatch, right? And knowing what was going to happen at the end, right? And watching it from the beginning, there was only one way it could end up. And I feel like they had been kind of like almost hinting at Daenerys's like downfall of like she was going to snap eventually, and that Jon Snow was not going to be king, right? Like, because there was always one early on, like Jon Snow to get the Iron Throne before they knew he was Rhaegar, right? So Aegon before he was Aegon Targaryen. His dad was Rhaegar. So I can see like that was the actual like that's the way it ended was the way it had to end. That being said, everything in between the middle and those seasons wasn't great. You know what I mean? So like that was where they had to get, but how they got there, which I don't think was very good. And they had tried to do the show with I think it's called Naomi Watts, but it was going to be based on like the First Men and how like the first night the Night King was made and stuff like that. But that was going to be a show that George R. R. Martin had not actually written like a storyline on of, right? So House of the Dragon, people had written about those stories. Like that storyline has been written out and explained in detail. But that other story they didn't. So they passed on that show. Even they spent like $13 million on the pilot, right? Some ridiculous number. And they passed on it because they realized they were going to have to write their own stuff. And they're like, that's not good. But we know there's a spinoff coming. Was it Egg and Duncan Egg, about the Prince Aegon, which was the Maester's brother from the Night's Watch. I forget the Maester's name. Aerys, maybe I can't remember his name. But his brother, he talked about his brother a couple times on the show. That was Keen. He called him Egg, and this is going to be the spinoff on his brother Egg and Duncan, his Kingsguard. So that'll be coming up soon here too. Okay, I think we are okay. So things that are going on, guys. I will be at Corpus Christi Comic-Con probably just Saturday this weekend. We were granted some media access. A buddy of ours, Tommy, is actually hosting several panels. I didn't ask to host panels because I was technically supposed to be on vacation. So I was like, if I ended up working, I think I would have gotten in a lot of trouble. But I got the wife to agree to go, and because she wants to go meet Joey Fatone. So Joey Fatone is in Corpus Christi. So I was like, well, if I take a couple videos, do a couple promos and stuff like that, I can probably like apply for media badges and stuff like that. So I did that, and now we're gonna go meet Joey Fatone. I'll just do a couple videos when I'm there to say thank you for the media badges and stuff. But yeah, we'll be doing that this weekend. And I know some of you guys are waiting for the VIP ticket giveaway. I got it set up here, guys. So if you guys didn't know, I've been working really, really closely with NostalgiaCon. We did the one here in San Antonio, and the next one is coming up in Houston in December. He told me we definitely have the New Orleans one. You know what? I don't think so he locked down another one. I'll just say it. He might get mad at me, but it's okay. We are doing an LA show as well, and then it looks like we're maybe doing a Milwaukee show. I do not know that one for sure, but I know we're doing New Orleans and LA after Houston. So those are the big ones that are coming up afterwards. But this Houston one is freaking stacked. There's like 100 guests so far. And I think he's going to add a couple more, and which I think is insane. So you guys had the opportunity to enter the giveaway on Instagram and Facebook. So we had about over 200 entries. So usually when we first started doing this, I used to get like 10 or 12 people that entered a giveaway. Now we're in hundreds. So I used to do elimination. We're not doing that anymore. We'd be here for 5 hours.
Elimination chamber.
Dane, I wish I could make David Yost again. Yeah, man. I know Tommy's going to have a panel with him. Josh's wife. Hello. Spilling all the tea. You know what? I accidentally announced one of the guests here before.
Oh,
And because I thought he had already announced it, and he was, and because we were like, oh, he's not on the guest list, and I'm like looking at my messages, and I'm like, are you sure? Like, like because he had already sent me the promo, and he had
yeah.
sent me like another promo that he was gonna put on, like in like hey, just letting you know, and I was like, but I had told him, and I was like, I accidentally announced it. And he was like, no, you're good, man. So doing Arizona one, I don't know, I haven't heard anything about Arizona, but if he did one, he'd definitely do Phoenix or Albuquerque. Or Albuquerque's New Mexico. He definitely do Phoenix. I think that one for sure. Let's go. Ready for Nostalgicon Houston. Ayo, let's effing go. So what we'll do here, instead of doing an elimination, we'll pick a number 1 through 10, and that's how many times I'll shuffle, Joe.
We'll go with 5.
5. Okay. We'll do 1 shuffle, 2 shuffle, 3 shuffle, 4 shuffle, 5 shuffle. Okay. And then we'll just do 1 spin because I've been doing like 4 spins. Like on the 4 spins, the winner, and people like the 3 per time before, they're like, I could have won, but you didn't because it was on the 4 spin. So we'll do it this way. Whoever it is, congratulations. I will contact you via Instagram or Facebook because that's where you were able to enter. Remember, all things will come from the official The Legacy of Nerd pages on Instagram or Facebook. So if you go into it and it's not The Legacy of Nerd, it has some weird different URL or tag name, it is not me. Everything will come official from me, guys. So good luck and let's go. Let's see who wins. I don't know if I made this like a 30-second wheel spin. So
Oh man,
being
30
awkward.
seconds.
30 seconds. Albuquerque isn't Arizona? Okay. I was thinking New Mexico for some reason.
6. They wanted to shuffle 6 times.
Dang. Been trying to get some locations to do a show in Tennessee. I could see him wanting to do Nashville. I did talk to him about Nashville one time. That wouldn't probably be next year. I think that'd be later.
Oh, here we go. Where's it gonna stop? Where's it gonna stop?
Everyone, Joey Fatone from NSYNC. Yes. All right, who's the winner? I should probably take a screenshot of this just in case.
Yeah, you might want to.
Let's go through the whole stream just to find out who is the winner. Oh,
No.
it's teetering. It's funny because I can't even see the names.
That's too small.
One more. It's gonna go one more. Courtney,
There you go.
1988. Awesome.
Congratulations.
I don't know if they're here or not. They may be on Instagram. By the way, we have been live on Instagram this entire time. It doesn't integrate for some reason with StreamYard. So if you guys are watching on Instagram and you've been commenting, I apologize. Move over to YouTube or Facebook. I can see you guys much easier there. So congratulations to Courtney, 1988. Congratulations. I really, really want Pride to be Holland's Spidey new girlfriend in MCU. Congrats. All right, guys. I promised a giveaway today, but we got to do something to get there. So let me do this real quick. I'm going to put a link in the chat. And tell me a specific number, Joe. How many current subscribers do you have on your YouTube?
1,014, I believe.
1,014, guys. Okay, we got 28 people in the chat. If you are here and you're in the United States, you can enter to win a giveaway. And this giveaway, guys, we're going to give away a Lightning Collection TC Blue Ranger with the Galaxy Glider. Now, this one's special. I want to tell you why this one is special. This one is incorrect because that's supposed to be a V and that's an X. So this is a factory mistake figure. So that's supposed to be a V and it's an X instead. Not many of these were made. So this is actually kind of like a limited, like a very special edition. That's not special edition officially, but because of that little issue, it's a little bit more prize to this than usual, guys. So you'll get a official factory error TJ Lightning Collection Blue in Space Ranger TJ. You can have him signed. He's coming to More Phenomenal. So if you're in San Antonio, you win this. You can win this from More Phenomenal. What do you have to do? Well, first, to be able to start the giveaway, we have to follow Alamos. He's at 1,014. We got 32 people in here. If we can get him 20 subs, we'll start the giveaway for that.
Nice. Appreciate it, man.
No problem. We'll get that comment up there, and then I will, because I'm really slow on stuff. Let me get that pinned to the.
We're at 1,013, should I say? Because we have this one person who's a hater that follows us, right? And they like dropping in and unsubscribing, and then subscribing again, and then it's like an ongoing joke, dude. So we're like, we appreciate even the followers that hate
the
us.
haters and the followers. Hey, it's interaction, dude. It's interaction.
Yeah.
So let me get that pinned to you guys to the top of the chat. That way you guys can go and follow. But once you get to that, let me know, Joe, when you get to 20. You're at 13, so 33,
Yeah,
at least
1,013.
33, and then we will start the
Ooh,
giveaway for that.
1,024 right now.
Nice. So we need 9 more subs. Go in there and sub, and you'll get an opportunity to win this. This one, you know what? And honestly, this is my only one. So I'm giving you my own factory error.
Oh,
Blue
nice,
in
dude.
space one
We're
right
at
there.
28. It's getting closer.
Yeah, let's get 5 more. At least 5 more. Come on, guys. We got
Appreciate it,
done.
by the way.
Done. No problem. Daniel texted done. Done. And guys, they have great content. So don't worry. You're gonna have good stuff. They basically a TV show. They're on every single day at 10 o'clock. Is that correct? 10 o'clock?
10 a.m. We go till about 11:30. Yeah, every
Yeah.
single day, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, and they're up to date on everything. So I've been listening. I can't always comment, Joe, because I'm working, but
Yeah.
I'm listening to you in the background. So I have you guys playing on my YouTube on my phone.
Appreciate it. We're at 1,032.
One more sub, guys. One more sub, and we can start the giveaway. And you actually let me get that ready too.
Yeah, I know we'll get it.
We're
stuck on 1,032.
Oh my God, we need one more sub. Come on, guys, one more sub.
Come on, one more. There we are, 133. There's 1,033.
Let me get this set up real quick, and then I'll put the code word that you can put in. Remember, United States only. You know what? If you're overseas, you can put in, but you may need to help me a little bit on the shipping, if that's okay.
Yeah, those overseas costs are expensive, man.
Yeah, I sent Tanya one. She's in Australia. That was $45 for like a $10 figure, and I was like, "Ooh." So if you guys are overseas, okay, what number are you at right now?
I'm at 1,033.
33. All right, guys, give me about 4 more subs, and I we'll pick a winner. Let me go ahead and put in what you need to put in. You guys are going to put in the chat #Joe, and that's that's how you're going to enter the giveaway. So enter the giveaway, and once he gets to 35, we will spin. Let me put that up for transparency as well, guys.
We're at 1,034 now, so we've
one
gone
more.
Up.
One more. And we have 2 entries into the giveaway. 6 entries. Ooh, come on, guys. We'll be giving away this, guys. United States, free shipping. If you're overseas and you want to enter, and you win, we'll talk about splitting shipping costs. Okay?
There you go. That's a good figure, man.
Yeah, I love it. And a lot of people are not getting this overseas either. So this is an opportunity for you as well.
Nice.
24. Guys, #Joe to enter. And did you get the 35 for your subs?
I'm at 34 right now.
We need one more sub too, guys. One more sub. One more sub.
Now we're at 35 now.
Perfect.
So you know what? I really appreciate everything you all are doing as far as following me. And thank you, Daniel, so much for the shout out.
Absolutely, man. People are still entering. Oh, DMC Jedi Man. Guys, if you guys are entering, please subscribe because I'm gonna go check. Just letting you know. I'm gonna go check. Make sure you're subscribed. Actually, I can't do that, but Joe can do that. But he can if he wants to. Please subscribe, guys. So, all right, I'm gonna give it about we're at 10:02. I'm gonna give it about 60 more seconds, and then we'll pick a winner. We got 28 entries. You got about 25 subs, which is not bad. Not bad.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
He will make me. He will make me. Hey, Kat, jump on real quick if you can, if you're able to. Everyone's just see if we got any comments. We got a lot of #Joes. We guys got a couple more seconds. We got a lot of Facebook people. Awesome, guys.
Yeah.
All right. God bless you, Joe. Awesome, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Wow, Eba's on Instagram. I had no idea. Kat, do you want to be on camera or no? Or we can talk after. Just shut. I can't hear you. You have to shake your head. On camera? No, not on camera. No camera right now. Sorry, guys. Maybe next time.
Not camera ready.
Okay. All right. We're kind of sitting here. It's 10:03. We're going to go ahead and pick a winner. After we pick a winner, I'm going to give you guys some breaking news from Morpher that they just gave me. So, guys, we'll spin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations to whoever wins. Good luck, everyone. And the winner is going to be. Who is it going to be? Who's going to be? Christian. He's in San Antonio, so he has an
Nice.
opportunity to get this signed by Selwyn Ward at More Phenomenal Expo. That is awesome, man. Congratulations. I don't think
Congratulations.
Christian's ever won. Congratulations, Christian. All right, guys, let me get some breaking news to you guys real quick. So let me share my screen real quick. I don't have anything to show, but I just have graphics to show. Okay, so Jenna Frank was one of the missing people for NostalgiaCon. She's right here in this corner, so she will be at Houston as well. So as you guys know, my team actually was really able to help to get Allison Kipperman, Wild Force Yellow, to come to San Antonio. So she was sponsored by a couple of people, and those sponsors will be able to actually have lunch with her. So thank you guys for coming on as sponsors for that. Now, just want to give a quick shout out. We got Legit John Steven. He is a member of the Legacy of Nerd cosplay team. He is going to be a cosplay guest at More Phenomenal Expo. And then also our Legacy of Nerd cosplay team captain, Green Arrow of SA, Oliver Queen in the chat, you guys know, or Arrow 26 Studios. He is going to be a guest as well as More Phenomenal Expo. They're going to have their own table. I think it's going to be next to mine. It may be just one big table. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But they will be official guests at there. And congratulations on those guys for getting it, because they've been working really hard in the cosplay community. And as you guys know, Charlie Kirsch, we're the ones responsible for her getting her to come to San Antonio. The daughter of Trini Kwan, she will be there at More Phenomenal. Joe, this was in the story. Her character is the daughter of Trini. Trini dies in the story, and she is the new Yellow Ranger, the newest Yellow Ranger to take on the legacy. So she will be there. She doesn't do very many appearances. She's only 17 years old, so she's still in school and stuff like that. So this is a very big deal. As you can see, all of our guests will be here. We got Nakia Baris, we got Selwyn Ward, we got Lunar Whip, Philip Andrew, Campbell Cooley will be there. We got Brandon J. McLaren, who's not on The Rookie and like on every Netflix show, but he's going to be there as well because he was our SPD Red Ranger. Andrew Gray, our Mega Force Red Ranger. I know you guys see a White Ranger here, might be a little bit confusing, but Michael Gatto, who played the young version of Tommy, will be there as well. Steve Cardenas, who played the Red Ranger and the Blue Zeo Ranger, will be there. Then, of course, Charlie Kirsch. We'll have Catherine Sutherland, who was the second Pink Ranger, Pink Zeo, and first Pink Turbo. And, of course, we got our Sentai, the Japanese Rangers, the ones that inspired everything to begin with. A lot of people, these are really, really big guests. A lot of people are coming to San Antonio from all over the country just because they're going to be here. We got Riko Chiba, who played Terra Ranger, Mei, the Pink Sentai Japanese Ranger. I know it's not called Pink Sentai Japanese Ranger, guys, but that's how people know her. But she was the Terra Ranger and Jew Ranger. And then for his first ever U.S. appearance, we are going to have Shiro Izumi, who was Dragon Ranger, who played Barai in Jew Ranger. This is a really big deal. Him first U.S. appearance ever will be in San Antonio, Texas. He doesn't do cons a lot in Japan as it is, and he's doing one here in San Antonio, which is amazing. So really big deal. I know a lot of people have messaged me. They're coming from Florida, from Wisconsin, from Indiana, from Oregon, from Washington, that they will be here just to meet him, which I think is amazing. The breaking news, guys. All right. So if you guys didn't know, More Phenomenal put on a story that, we have one more guest. So I was like, hey, man, you can't just say that without telling me who this guest. They didn't tell me who the guest was, but they said, all right, here's our hints that we're allowed to know. Okay. And that, because they wouldn't tell me because they're afraid I was going to say something online, which I probably would. So it's okay. One, it's going to be a Ranger. So it's not Sentai. It's going to be a Ranger. And two, it's a leader. That's all I'm going to say, because that's all I know. So guys, it's not official yet. They're just waiting on one thing, and then they can be able to announce. And then we'll have an additional guest at More Phenomenal Expo, which is already insane. There's like 14 or 15 guests already. It was supposed to be 5. And yeah, so it's what's the term? Snowballing, but snowballing in a good way, because we're getting more and more people coming to San Antonio, and we're having an amazing event. Yeah, as you guys know, I'll be there. I'll be hosting some panels. I definitely know I'm hosting the Jew Ranger panel, and I think I'm hosting a couple others. But yes, so I'll be hosting the Jew Ranger with the Japanese guests the Super Sentai. So if you guys are there, please come say hi. I know a lot of you guys have messaged me. You guys are coming from out of state to be here in San Antonio. Come say hi. I got free stuff at my table. Be giving away some free stickers. Kat made me some beautiful hologram stickers. We're gonna be giving those away.
Nice.
Some really exclusive Power Ranger stickers that she made, which are beautiful. And you guys, I'll have limited amount of those, so I'll be able to do that. So I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. Tanya just joined us from Australia. Thank you. We got Reboot Ranger. I think Reboot Ranger is in Canada, actually. Joga CTV, Sean Metal, Salsa Steve, Kim Overcash, Josh Oderby, Arrow 26, Ranger Restoration Repair, Maddie. Oh my gosh, Daniel Texas, Roadhog, who's always here. He's one of my day one people. One of my first probably 50 subscribers ever.
That's your ride or dies right there, man.
Man, he's awesome, man. He actually made me this back here. Oh, my lights went off because I've been talking too long. He made me this right here.
That's
so I have it
dude.
Right here. Put it real quick, carefully. He painted it, hand painted it, and everything. He's awesome.
Nice.
Tripping Over Toys, thank you for being here. Birdie, DJ Wise, Wanda, of course. Christian, congratulations for winning. Sith Elias, thank you for joining us from Joe's side of the table. I appreciate you being here. Milady Cat, of course. DMC Jedi Man, Daniel A, Joshua Amos Poli, Josh's wife. Thank you for being here. I got her gift to her finally. Guys, as you guys know, if we do giveaways, just give me a couple of weeks to get it out to you guys. Unfortunately, do have a lot of things going on. Chloe Hua, thank you for being here. Sean Meadow, thank you. Melissa Patterson, I think I already went over a bunch of these people, but Solo Pink. Joe, do you have anything that you would like to say before we leave here?
Yeah, I appreciate everybody that gave us a subscription today on our YouTube, helping our subscriber count go up. It's been a lot of fun doing the Legacy of Nerd with you here, and you have a great community growing right here for you.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate everybody's interaction tonight. Y'all are the best, man.
Awesome. And I want to show you this one little thing that Joe made me, but it's like amazing. So guys, I'm watching it real quick. Have it play. I love that, dude. That is so cool. We're gonna let that play again because it's so good. Oh my god! And guys, that reminds me, guys, we have a freaking website now. So I need to talk about that real quick, guys. All my stuff gets updated there constantly from all my platforms. Gets updated right up to my website. So if you guys are following me on different stuff, especially a lot of you guys want to know like the things that are happening right now, especially like, oh, this stuff is at GameStop right now. You can order this. This is in stock right now. The Legacy of Nerd is on there. It has a little thing for my Facebook, comes up right up. All my TikToks come up. My YouTube comes up. Everything comes up. So guys, make sure you go visit, put the Legacy of Nerd in your bookmark, and make sure you're visiting that for maybe once or twice a day to keep up on information just in case there's some news. So I appreciate you guys checking that out. But yes, guys, let me know. Thank you all for being here. If you guys are watching playback, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, y'all know what time it is. Joe, you just say it's morphin' time.
It's morphin' time.
Perfect. See you guys later. Y'all have a good one.